Good morning, guys. A warm welcome. So, in the last class, we have discussed about the electrophilic addition on alkenes, right? So, now in this class, we are going to extend the topic to a little advanced level. So, that is electrophilic addition to unsymmetrical alkenes. So, previously, we have taken an example of symmetrical alkenes, which means, so if you cut this molecule into half, left and right sides are equal. So, it is called a symmetrical molecule. So, if you take unsymmetrical alkenes, say for example R CH2 double bond CH2, so this is not symmetrical molecule. So what happens when an electrophile is added to this particular unsymmetrical alkene we are going to study? So before beginning into the video, I would like to request you one thing, that is, if you are new to our channel, please subscribe our channel, like and click on the bell icon such that you may get all the notifications hereafter we are uploading a video, right? So, and I promise you the entire content of NEET and JEE examination of both organic, inorganic and physical chemistry with all the problems solved. So stay tuned. So I am taking an example which is a cyclohexene molecule. It is a cyclohexene molecule. So when cyclohexene molecule is treated with any hydrogen acid, protic acid we can say, which is, you can take HCl, HBr, HI. These are protic acids. Protic acid, that means they have the potential to liberate proton in aqueous medium, right? So we know that due to polarization, proton will get positive charge and our halogen will get the negative charge due to electronegativity. Okay, so we have understood that this particular cyclohexene molecule is electron rich, that is, it acts as a nucleophile. But see, always remember, here we are studying about electrophilic addition. So this particular molecule, this proton is going to add in this particular substrate, and whatever we got X minus is there now, that is going to attack here. So what is the resulting compound we form here is hydrogen is attached here and X is attached here. Okay, so there is another possibility. If I erase this, so same HX, that H plus will attack here and X minus is going to attack here, and the product formed is X here and H here. So these are the two products formed. But see, if you look carefully, these two are identical, right? These two are identical. Why? Because the alkene we have taken, it has symmetry, right? We can cut this molecule into half. It has symmetry. It is a symmetrical molecule. So this is the case. So what if a molecule does not contain symmetry? That is our topic, unsymmetrical alkene. Let's take unsymmetrical alkene one example. That is pH, which is nothing but pH is the phenyl ring, benzene ring. This is the ring, right? Okay. And double bond attached to this phenyl ring. Okay. So when I treat with hydrogen bromide, so I will write the possibility of products. One, proton is going to attack here and the product would be, and Br minus would attack here. Let's see what is the product formed here. pH, hydrogen is attached here and bromine is attached here. This is the product we got, right? This is one possibility. And another possibility is bromine is going to attach here and our hydrogen is going to attack here. So which is the major product? See, this molecule is not symmetrical molecule. So it is unsymmetrical alkene. Let us understand the mechanism and we will judge the major product, right? So see, I am going to erase this. Okay, I am writing the compound again. When it is treating with HBr, you imagine. Okay, so now we will see this H plus, if it is going to attack here, what is happening? This, see here, the electrons are transferred from this double bond to this proton, and what it forms? pH, a carbocation here, formation of carbocation here, and hydrogen is added here. One is this possibility, and other possibility is the formation of carbocation here if it is attacking here. So the carbocation is formed here and the hydrogen is attacked here, right? And the hydrogen is going to add in here. So observe these two examples. What do you understand here? Now there is one possibility we can judge, that is stability. Stability of carbocation. So we know the stability of carbocation, it is benzyl is always greater than allyl, tertiary, secondary and primary, right? We have discussed this in our general organic chemistry topic. So from that we can deduce that this is benzyl carbocation, right? And it is more stable than this primary carbocation. So the formation of this carbocation is always favorable. Understood? So now bromine, that is Br minus, is going to attack here with ease. And what would be the product here? This is the major product. This is the major product. So see, when I write major product, another one should be minor, right? So we cannot say 100% of this product is formed. No, it doesn't happen. Okay, it doesn't happen actually. So it is the major product and this is the minor product. Approximately 83% of this product is formed here and remaining this minor product is formed. Why so? We will understand by using another concept which is nothing but thermodynamic stability and kinetic stability. Okay. So this is the addition of electrophile on alkenes when it is unsymmetrical. So there is one rule. This is, there is one rule you have to understand, which is nothing but Markovnikov's rule. Okay, which is Markovnikov's rule. We will see what is Markovnikov's rule. So see this example, same example I am taking. So see here, how many hydrogens are present here? 2 hydrogens are present. Am I right? Here, how many hydrogens are present? Only 1 hydrogen is present. According to Markovnikov rule, Markovnikov, he is a scientist, he gave one rule, which is nothing but Markovnikov's rule of addition. Addition of what? Any acid, like protic acid. So, according to this rule, listen carefully, according to this rule, hydrogen is going to add, that is, proton is going to add where there are more number of hydrogens. It is going to attack the carbon where more number of hydrogens are present. So according to this Markovnikov's rule, hydrogen is going to attack here. Hydrogen is going to add here. So we know the product, right? The product formed is this one. Bromine here and this is here, 1 hydrogen is formed. Like 1 hydrogen is attached. This is the major product formed. So Markovnikov's rule is justified. It said that this proton is going to add at the carbon atom where more number of hydrogens are present. More number of hydrogens are present. So this is the particular carbon where 2 hydrogens are there. But here only 1 hydrogen is there. This is the Markovnikov's rule. So you don't have to remember exactly what is Markovnikov's rule and anti-Markovnikov's rule. Okay, there is another contrast to this Markovnikov. That is nothing but anti-Markovnikov. You don't have to remember it. By just seeing the stability of carbocation, we must be able to understand the product and predict what is the major product. So in your examination, sometimes they might ask which is the minor product also. Okay. So just by seeing the major product and remembering is not good enough. You have to understand the mechanism behind it. Understood? So this is in general where asymmetric alkenes are there, how does the addition is going to happen. So we have understood from electrophilic addition, normal electrophilic addition, that formation of bromonium ion was there. Formation of bromonium ion or like formation of epoxide. 3-membered ring we have observed. But see here, when we talk about unsymmetrical alkenes, HBr, there is no such type of cyclic compound formation. Cyclic intermediate formation is not there. Understood? This is the difference here, you must remember. Okay? Yeah, we will see some of the examples where electrophile is going to add in an unsymmetrical alkene. So this is the moiety I have taken and HBr as the reagent I have taken. So we got H plus and Br minus. So I will write the products where this hydrogen is going to attack here, and what is the product formed here? Carbocation is generated here. Okay. So what is this carbocation? It is tertiary carbocation, right? And it is stable carbocation. So this is the major product where bromine is going to attack the tertiary carbocation, and the resulting compound formed is this compound. This compound is formed here. Okay, so this is one of the good example we can say. So let's take another example here and we will understand the mechanism still better. So observe these two examples, this one and this one. So among these two, when I ask which is stable, what would you say? So first of all, by looking at this, you must identify that this is external alkene, okay, and this is internal alkene, that means which is present inside the ring, and this is present outside the ring. Always remember, internal alkenes are more stable than external alkenes. This is one thing you must remember. So now we will see what happens when we add any acid to it. Okay, any acid to it. Let's take. So in this case, I am taking H2SO4 as an acid. So anyway, H2SO4 liberates proton, and this proton is going to add here. And what is the carbocation formed here? So these electrons are taken up by this. So this is the carbocation formed here. This is our carbocation, and it is also tertiary one, right? So 3 carbon atoms and to this carbocation 3 carbon atoms are added. So it is called as tertiary carbocation. Tertiary carbocation. So but here see, HSO4 minus, no, the leftover species HSO4 minus is not nucleophilic enough to attack this particular moiety. So what happens in these cases? What happens? So isomerization takes place where there is no effective nucleophile to attack. Isomerization takes place. How it is going to take place? So this is the alpha carbon, right? And there exists a hydrogen here. 2 hydrogens are there here, of course. So this particular alpha hydrogen is acidic enough to go off from the system. So these pi bond shift here. This pi bond, this electron shift over here in order to compensate the loss of this particular carbocation. What is the product formed here now? This is the product formed here, which I have stated earlier, right? This is the product formed by simply adding acid. So we can say that acids, upon adding, there is a transformation which is called as isomerization. So whenever you add an acid, so you can observe isomerization for this particular kind of alkenes. Understood? So acid helps in isomerization. So these are some examples where electrophile is going to add on symmetrical and non-symmetrical molecules. See this beautiful example. So they have given this reactant and the reagent like this. What would be the expected product? So we know that whenever an acid is there, there is a generation of the carbocation. So we know that where carbocation is generated here. So hydrogen is going to attack here and the carbocation is generated at this carbon, right? So see here, carbocation is generated here and leftover species is this. So now the question is, what is the nucleophile in the system? Nucleophile in the system is SH2, right? Or H2S. It has a lone pair of electron which is nucleophilic enough to attack this particular thing, right? So now pH S bond H, can I write like this? Yes. And there is a positive charge. Why? Because see, this nucleophile contains non-bonded electrons, right? So non-bonded electrons are transferred to this particular carbocation. So it has given electrons, so it gets positive charge. In order to neutralize that positive charge, the bonded electrons shift towards the sulfur atom, resulting in the formation of pH, and the final product is this, and this is major. Only one product is formed here. 100% this product is formed. Okay, this is the major product you can expect. So this is one of the good example I have seen. Okay, so up to now this is the end of the video. In the next class we will be understanding, as I said, electrophilic addition on dienes. Okay, so by completing that video, almost electrophilic addition is done. So I request you to please subscribe our channel, like and share, and please click on the bell icon. So your subscription means a lot to us. If you support us, we would be extending our content. Okay, thank you very much.